Happy New Year, you filthy animals. Ho, housekeeping. All right, before I start my thing, I just wanted to let everyone know there's going to be links to the content that I talk about in the channel. There will be links down there for my Amazon affiliates for the gear that I use when I make my videos. There's a link down there for my Beyond Riders affiliate code. If you're looking for new gear, you could save a little bit of cash on that. And I think that's it. In Maryland, it's cold. I am deprived of motorcycle time. Can't get out on the bike, so I am turning to YouTube. Not a lot of content out there. Don't know where everybody's at. I thought I had so many people I subscribed to that were in the warmer states. Just the lack of stuff. But I did stumble across something pretty good. It looks like this is a relatively new YouTube channel. Her name is Anna Magac, M-A-G-A-C. She has some YouTube, well, she has a lot of YouTube videos actually, but most recently there's a lot of motorcycle content, and she has a podcast. I'll put links to her page and all that. It looks like she's pretty active with what's going on. The podcast, when I looked online on YouTube, there was only one episode posted, but in my feed for my Amazon, where I get my podcast, it actually has a bunch listed in there, like almost every week. So if you're like me, looking for some content, check her out. She was talking about an article that she read in Bloomberg. Yeah, I don't know if she read it or she could have listened to it. I have a link to the article down the bottom. If you don't have Bloomberg access, which I know I didn't, I did find someone from the BBC read it, and I put a link down there for it. So she kind of dissects the article and gives her thoughts on it. Craig from Living Off the Slab, kind of a venture guy, rides all over, very motorcycle centric. Love his channel. He talks about it a little bit in one of his most recent videos. I will put a link to his channel down there too, just in case you're not following him. I'm sure you are. Anyway, they talk about this guy, Gideon Lichfield. He wrote an article for Bloomfield called "The Allure of Motorcycling is Stalling Out." This article is his viewpoint for this particular period of time. He is a new resident of the United States. To celebrate that, he decided to, might be a citizen before I get ahead. Could be a citizen. I can go back and check, but I don't really care. He, to celebrate him being here, he took a 5,000-mile motorcycle trip across the United States, squiggly style. And it starts off, talking about some roads, but then it quickly turns into his story of how he wasn't comfortable, how he was bored, how the hot and the cold and the rain, he didn't like it. He talked about constant fear of crashing. That wasn't good. Then he gets a little bit into motorcycle sales. They peaked in 2007, and since then they've just kind of stagnated. They went up a little bit, now they're back down. So he talks about that a little bit. He talks about taking a car trip. He'd rather do a car trip across the country, and the things that you have access to. You control your heat, your temperatures, and you can play with your playlist. You can have a riding, I guess a passenger in your car you could talk to. And he's comparing the two worlds. And for those of you that have been riding motorcycles, they're not the same. He took a new model Bonneville out. He talked about the low storage capacity, the short mileage that it could go, and he just kind of complained a lot about things like that. One of the examples was that he talked about how we have all these federal parks. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, these national parks. But he couldn't do anything there because he didn't want to take his leathers off and leave them on the motorcycle unattended. Things like that. A lot of the issues that he had were things that if he would have planned a little bit better would have been non-issues. The bike you chose, that was the tool you chose. As to why, I have no idea. I don't know if anyone ever said that's the ideal bike for a trip across the country, but you know what? People have done it. And it's not the most comfortable, but it is definitely feasible. And it could be fun. The whole process is what you make of it. To me, I don't understand runners. They go out and run and they come back and they say, oh, they feel so good and just they did it. That's how motorcycling makes me feel, that personally accomplished. I'm not doing anything. Like that runner, I could be running in a circle. I could be riding in a circle. But it just puts me in a place that makes me feel good. I don't think he's had that experience. He does talk about one day on his trip, though America's Loneliest Highway, he actually met up with a group of riders that were on there. He ended up doing his most miles he's ever done in a single day. Like, he felt it, but he felt good. You know, there was some camaraderie. He was riding with people, so he wasn't alone. He was riding, sharing stories with people, and they were giving it different advice, things that you could try and do, and like that. But he left the article saying he didn't get it. He won't do the trip again. He'll do it in a car. So my takeaway was that Gideon doesn't get the lifestyle. He needs to spend more time with it, I think, before he can really talk to it. This is just a stab. He had to write an article, meet his quota, get a check. He doesn't get us. You know, over the years, I've done many road trips in the car with the family. State parks, state parks, national parks, you know, up there in Maine. And every time I'm someplace amazing, I always think, I wish I was here on my motorcycle. I have never taken my motorcycle to one spot and think, I wish I was here in a car. That doesn't happen. Does it happen for anybody else? I don't know. That brings me to 2025. We are here. Start planning what you're going to do. If you got any fun rides, put them down in the comments. Give me a little bit of love. Tell me what you're doing. Maybe we can meet up. Maybe we can hang out. Maybe you can buy me a beer. I don't know. But anyway, this is Jerry here. This is Jerry, MinnowMoto. Just ranting about nothing. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you like the conversation, leave a comment. Let's talk.